It's traditional. Remove them at once. What will people think? Yes, mistress.
The one addressed as Igor slammed the door.
Thod,
he said to himself. The wording began, "You are cordially invited," and was in that posh runny writing that was hard to read. Nanny Og grinned and tucked the card back on the mantelpiece. It was a damned good invite, she thought, especially the gold edging. She wandered over, opened the back door, and sniffed the air. There was definitely a taste of spring on the wind. Change was in the air. She could feel it. She closed the door. In the trees, leafless and scratchy against the sky, something rustled its wings and chattered as a veil of dark crossed the sky. In her cottage a few miles away, the witch Agnes Knit was in two minds about her new pointy hat. Agnes was generally in two minds about anything, and as she observed herself critically in the mirror, she sang a song, and she sang in harmony with herself. It was happening more and more these days. Perdita had rather a reedy voice, but she insisted on joining in. Those who are inclined to casual cruelty say that inside a fat girl is a thin girl and a lot of chocolate. Agnes's thin girl was Perdita, and Perdita hated going around inside Agnes, who she regarded as a fat, pathetic, weak-willed blob. Agnes tended to obey rules, Perdita didn't. Agnes thought that a dumpy girl should not wear a tall, pointy hat, especially with black, but Perdita liked black. Perdita thought black was cool. Agnes thought that black wasn't a good colour for the circumferentially challenged, and that cool was a dumb word only used by people whose brains wouldn't fit a spoon. She stopped examining her pointiness in the mirror and looked around the cottage that had been McGrath Garlick's and was now hers. Her gaze took in the expensive gold-edged card on the mantelpiece. She adjusted the hat as best she could, sighed, and left the cottage. As she stepped out into the moonlight, two magpies landed on the thatch. The current activities of the witch Granny Weatherwax would have puzzled a hidden observer. She peered at the flagstones just inside her back door. She lifted the old rug in front of it with her toe. She examined the cracks around the edges of the doors. Then she went outside. She poked around in the flower pots and bushes by the door. Then she went back inside. Finally, she sat in her rocking chair and glared at the doorway. Owls were hooting in the forest when someone came running up the path. "Well, it's about time," she began. Hodges R., the royal falconer, felt the change in the air. He stepped out into a silent muse. His birds were all awake, alert, expectant. You got something like this when there was a rat in the place, but Hodges R. couldn't see one. Odd, he thought. The birds went on staring up as though the roof simply wasn't there. Granny Weatherwax lowered her gaze to a red, round, worried face. "You're the Watley boy from over in Slice, aren't you?" "You got—" The boy leant against the door jamb and fought for breath. You got to come to Mrs. Ivy and a baby, missus." Granny grabbed her hat and pulled her broomstick out of its lodging in the thatch. "I thought old Mrs. Paternoster was seeing to her." "She says it's all gone wrong, miss." Granny was already running down her garden path, swinging a leg over the broom. The magic caught, and her boots dragged across dead bracken as the broom soared up into the night. The black coach stopped at the top of a rise. The 4 passengers got out. Down below was the little kingdom of Lancre. "Gateway to the world," said the Count de Magpire. "And entirely undefended," said his son. "On the contrary, possessed of some extremely effective defences. Until now." "Witches should be on our side," said the Countess. "She soon will be. She'll soon find out which side her bread is buttered."